What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL video with your boy. Drop a like down below, comment anything in the comment section, enter your name to the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will be doing the final look video for this week's NFL. Been super busy early weeks lately, but I will get back to the first look lineup videos either next week. Yeah, next week I'll get back into the first look videos. We'll do like a first look lineup on Tuesdays again, okay? But this week I'm going to do the final look for week 11 tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll get into this main slate. So, for this showdown slate, though, also in tomorrow's video, I'm going to announce the winner of the $50 giveaway from last week's videos, since I haven't been able to announce that this week, okay? All right, anyways, getting into the showdown game, we've got Tennessee at Green Bay. Now, obviously, as always, first thing you want to do is try to predict script as best as you possibly can. In a single game, that is really what you want to do. You don't I had people comment in my last video saying, "Oh, I don't know why you try so hard to predict script. It doesn't matter. Just get the guys who score the most." Like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You have to predict script. And so, with that being said, I kind of like it a different way than a lot of people might go. I mean, Vegas has Green Bay winning the game and being 3-point favorites. I already put $500 on Tennessee plus three today. I think that Tennessee has a good chance of even winning this game straight up. Um, so yeah, so I like Tennessee today. That might be surprising to some, but yeah, I like Tennessee today in Green Bay. Um, anyway, so with that being said, let's get into this slate. All right, I like Tennessee winning this game. That's what I'm predicting right now. Obviously, Green Bay could win, no problem, but I'm gonna game script it as if Tennessee is winning at least right now. So let's get straight into it. So starting off at captain, my favorite play on this slate, period, is going to be Derrick Henry. All right, now I completely understand the people who are going to be like, oh, but Green Bay could stack the box and make Ryan Tannehill throw against them. Sure, but every team also feels that same way. At the end of the day, it's Derrick Henry, okay? This dude is an absolute monster. He had a down week against Denver last week, but this matchup is amazing. Okay, Green Bay is one of the worst run defenses in the entire league. They've allowed some of the most touchdowns to running backs this year. Uh, you know, rushing yards, everything. Okay, so Derrick Henry is in a fantastic spot to just absolutely destroy here. We already know the game plan for Tennessee coming in. They want to run the ball heavy. Okay, teams love to run against Green Bay. Predominantly, teams facing Green Bay run more than they throw. Okay, same thing if you look at it's opposite on the other side. Teams like to throw against Tennessee. Teams do not run against Tennessee. Tennessee's allowed like one rushing touchdown. They've been really, really, really good against the actual run. Now, when it comes to pass catching, that's another story, and we'll get to that in a minute. But um, I really like this spot here for Derrick Henry. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise. He's my favorite play on the slate. Like I said, I think Tennessee wins. And because I think Tennessee outright wins, Derrick Henry's going to get a ton of run. And period, I think this game stays close enough to where the game plans don't really shift. And this is one of those slates where the game should stay close enough to where game script's not going to ruin anyone. You know what I mean? I do expect pass for Green Bay, pass heavy-ish strategy for Green Bay, seeing Tennessee solid against the run, and I do expect Tennessee to remain run heavy and to just ride Derrick Henry out in this one. All right? All right, so next spot that I want to go with here is because I'm expecting that type of game script for Green Bay. I'm expecting Aaron Rodgers to throw heavy because I think that they're probably going to struggle a bit between the tackles when it comes to handing the ball off to the running backs. Aaron Rodgers is in a solid spot here. You have Romeo sitting for Green Bay, but you have Randall Cobb expected back. Randall Cobb's only 200, by the way. He's a solid little punt value. He's going to get limited snaps. He's not going to be out there much. So know that. But at 200, one catch is good enough. You know what I mean? So if you think Randall Cobb can get a catch, he's amazing value. But I just wanted to mention that because I'm talking to Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, like I said, teams love to pass heavy against Tennessee. Tennessee's weakness is in the pass game. They're like fourth worst at allowing touchdowns, meaning like they're allowing a ton of receiving touchdowns here. Christian Watson had a huge coming out party last week, got 3 touchdowns. That's obviously going to give Aaron Rodgers some confidence in him going into this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of Christian Watson. Alan Lazard obviously is solid as well. You have Randall Cobb coming back. I don't think that's going to be a huge down to any of these guys like Christian Watson, Lazard. It's not going to bring either of those guys down because Randall Cobb's going to be limited anyways. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not too worried about that. So I definitely want the pass game here. Now, one of the guys I'm really interested in, that I'm not going to put in the high five because it really takes a ton of money to do it right now, but Aaron Jones. You're really having to pay money for him, and I'm not expecting him to do a ton of damage in between the tackles unless he's getting it in like the red zone to pound it in for a touchdown within the 5 yard line or whatever. But what I do think is going to be great for him is his pass catching ability. Like I said, I think Tennessee wins this game. Green Bay's behind. They're going to have to throw, and teams throw against this team. Now, they don't just throw to wide receivers, they throw to running backs too. Tennessee's been the second worst against pass catching running backs this year, giving up touchdowns, giving up the second most targets to running back in the league, like top 5 in receptions allowed, yards, everything. They struggle against pass catching backs because teams love to pass against them. They've given up a lot to the pass. So Aaron Jones, we know, can really excel in that type of situation. So I really love Aaron Jones. If the game script ends up going the other way and Green Bay's up big somehow, Aaron Jones is going to get a ton of run that way. If they're behind, Aaron Jones is going to get a ton in the pass game. It doesn't matter. Aaron Jones is going to be heavily involved here. So I love Aaron Jones. I'm not going to have a ton of Tannehill because, like I said, Tennessee's game plan is going to be running. They're going to have more success on the ground than through the air. I'm not going to play much Tannehill. Packers defense is playable for sure at 3-8. Um, I definitely like the Packers D. I'm not going to play much of the Tennessee defense, but I think the Packers D is okay as a value play at only 3-8. Might be able to cause some turnovers against Tannehill, yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to try to fade defense if I can because I think both teams should be able to score against one another. So defense probably is going to struggle a little bit. But yeah, I mean, look, one pick six and you're good. And at 3-8, that's pretty cheap for a team going against Tennessee at home. You know what I mean? So for the home defense, Lazard's in play for me. I'm not going to have a much of AJ Dillon. It just doesn't seem like his type of game here. Christian Watson obviously is in play for me. If I have to choose between the two, I don't know, man. If you have the money, Lazard's the number one receiver here. If you don't, Christian Watson can save you some money if you need that 1,200. Sammy Watkins, like I said, Randall Cobb's only 200. Robert Tanyan is going to be, like I said, Green Bay passing game is what I'm prioritizing. And then Tennessee run game is how I'm wanting it to go. Dontrell Hilliard is an interesting option. He gets involved in the pass game at 3-2. He's going to spell Henry at times. He could get some run as well in like those little 2-minute drills. Um, You've got Torre as an option with Romeo out. That's going to be a bump to Randall Cobb coming back, but Randall Cobb's going to be limited. So Torre, I'm expecting to get a little bit of a bump as well. But yeah, that's about it, man. I'm not really interested in Tennessee's defense. I'm more interested in the Packers' defense if I had to choose one for value. I'm prioritizing Derrick Henry and Aaron Rodgers. Those are the two main guys I'm expecting to have success here. Obviously, you don't have to play Rodgers. You can play like a Christian Watson or Lazard instead of Rodgers because of the scoring over here. On FanDuel, I definitely recommend you get Rodgers in, but on DK, you don't necessarily have to. But with the game script, that's definitely how I like to go here. I've got to pick a third player for the core. Um, Obviously, if you have the money, Aaron Jones is my next favorite. Coming down here, Lazard is the main guy here for Green Bay. I'm expecting the pass heavy script. Uh, it's really a toss up between him and Watson, though. So it's either one of those guys. If you need the money, go Watson. I'm going to go Lazard straight up just based off of him being the wide receiver one here in this matchup. So I really like Alan Lazard. Anyways, That's about it for me. However you expect this game to go, man, is how I recommend you play it. I mean, that's how you should do it. So for me, it's Tennessee winning. Like I said, I'm not just saying that just to say that. I literally put $500 on Tennessee +3. I said, you know what, the money line's a little shaky to me, so I'm gonna take the +3, and I should feel pretty good about it. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me as always. I appreciate you guys. Good luck on this slate tonight. Obviously, both kickers are in play as well. They're both going to be solid options. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all in the final look video tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace.